Oh, hello there, Speed Gaming. I am Dead Pulse. I am the man after midnight. And have we got a race for you today? This is DeviousRNG versus Forsaken Sadness. We're going to be playing a little winter tournament pod action. I'm joined in the booth by Kylio13. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm excited to see the last bit of these pod races get closed out before we head into brackets. I think that's later this week. That all gets all organized. So I'm ready to see what the end of this pod stages have to offer for us.
Oh yeah, we're getting right down to it. But tell me a little bit about these blursings. They're kind of hilarious.
These blursings are fantastic. So we have the fighter here. Fighter's going to get plus 20 vitality. That's going to feel nice. He's going to get plus 15 agility. That's going to feel real nice. But he's only swinging thief swords. So that doesn't feel as nice. We got the black mages here. Black mages, they get plus 10 MDef. They can equip thief swords. Sorry, I'm looking at black belt. Let me switch over. Black mages, sorry, have plus 20 strength. They have hurt to all. But they're not wearing any pro rings, so if you find any, they're going to be for the rest of your party. Red mages, we have plus 10 vitality. They have the wood set evasion, but they're not going to be able to warp anywhere, so no warp charges for the red mage. White mages, they have plus 20 hit percent. They're going to come with a nice extra chunk of 800 gold, but they do get minus 4 max MP. Which that's a real feels bad man there. That covers the blursings for all the members that runners are taking here. If they do run into a black belt, that is going to be plus 10 MDef on the black belt. They can swing thief swords, but they do get minus 1 hit percent per level, so probably not going to be seeing any black belts.
Womp womp. You never know. Listen, all of these things just sound like a crutch. Pro rings, warp, who needs them? Oh yeah, so the thief had plus 10 strength, plus equip shirts, but minus 5 luck. Minus 5 luck, not that terrible, but
if there's anything of if there's anything of a pickup, I would think that it might be a thief. But I don't know. We'll see what, because I believe they are rolling just vanilla, just the vanilla flag set for this. They've not added any extra shenanigans to this. So if they do come across a party member that they do want behind one of those fiends, they will be able to go on and pick them up.
All right, and we should be just about live soon.
So what's your thought on those?
Match underway.
What are your thoughts on the parties they have set up here in front of you? Are you like confident on one of them, or is there a different kind of setup that you would take?
It's difficult because that fighter with thief weapons is essentially a thief, which means they're useless. So you're probably going to need a different melee. I would have seriously considered doing fighter thief black red, just because the fighter has thief weapons. They don't get the katana. They don't get the vorpal. Like, they're not going to be able to swing anything.
Right, that was Cure 4, about the best thing out of level 1 white, and then nothing good coming out of level 1 black.
Yeah, you're restricted to ice. Forsaken Sadness getting bodied already in this seed. This is an omen, Kylio. Just oh my.
So it looks
yeah,
like
Brad Barger, you're not wrong.
We're going to be pushing this AoE caster item, whatever it is, as far as we can at the start of this.
You know, ice is not the worst spell in the world. It can still do up to, I think, 40 damage. And that's reasonable enough to kill chaos and possibly, peck something like an ogre to death.
And we got pro rings in the early store here, but that's we're not going to see that on the black mage. But we do have the wood helm, so that's the first part of the wood setup. We're looking for that on the red mages.
Now that's something that always gets me. Whenever there's a wood evade, I immediately just throw it out of my mind and then go, after I visited a bunch of towns, oh yeah, I should be looking for those wood sets.
Okay, looks like our AoE caster item is the black shirt, so that is a nice free ice too. We got a house and some money. Nothing really too great out of those chests from Devious, so he
Nope.
resets out and goes on to Garland.
Yeah, absolutely the right call. I mean, 1,000 gold is 1,000 gold, but you know, I don't want to walk the 40 some steps. Oh, DVS doing a mastery of the hold spell. Now we're going to cast some ice and hope that the black shirt takes care of Garland.
Alright, gonna see. Chaos says we'll probably nuke you. That's the only spoiler bet that we're gonna get. And we got a canal. Just need a boat and we're out of the inner sea.
And the delicious ruby. 2 turn-ins in 1. I couldn't ask for anything better. Kylie, where do you think this ship's going to be? You think it's going to be at Bicky, or we're going to have to dive Ice Cave?
I would hope with this, it'd be nice to see an early ship, but I'm thinking we're going to do some fetching for it. So if we don't get, unless maybe we get a nice dive out of this, or maybe it'll end up being an early key item, and then we'll see where things go from there.
So Devious making an interesting play, deciding not to res the Black Mage. Probably after seeing those level 1 spells. Now on Forsaken Sadness, Forsaken side, White Mage is down. Doubt that White Mage is coming back up.
I mean, the White Mage is going to have like 2 charges for its next like however levels. That's what that -4 max MP, that really hurts.
You know, it sounds really bad, but it's not as bad as it could be. Ooh, Thor Hammer, lovely. Because think about it this way: let's say you're level, 24 White Mage. What spells do you have that are higher than that have more than 5 charges? That's going to be your first level, which has 9, your second level, which has 6, and your third level, which has 6. So you're only losing a second level, a third level, and 4 first levels. Yeah, it stinks, but it's not the end of the world.
That's a good point. And another thing that I noticed here, we have less than 400 gold houses, so that's always nice to see.
So that's the only thing that's going to be nice in this seed.
And that's an herb check here coming out of Bic.
Ooh. Now,
right,
if Devious is feeling really spicy, he's going to go to Ice Cave. I wouldn't. Ice Cave is death. Never go there.
Yeah, when your best spells, we've not seen level 2 magics just yet, but right now when all you're looking at is an ice and ice 2, hey, let's go see what this herb's got.
Yeah, take a little trip to ye old Crescent Lake.
That was level 2 exit.
Sir Tobalot in chat calling out that the old men have the ship. That's very possible. But we have exit, Kylio, as you said. I think ice is on the table now.
Yeah, definitely. If you can squeak by, and with that exit, and then we've got wall life 2. White magic is stacked, so Forsaken maybe wanting to bring that White Mage back up.
Well, here's the deal. Here's exactly what I see. You have a fighter. They've got life 2. They've got cure 4. It doesn't matter that they have thief swords. Just put something on them that has a +4, +5. You have temper at level 2. Cast 6 charges of temper. It doesn't matter what you're swinging. Chaos will go down in 4 turns.
Plus on the fighter, you can hope to just put him in the front, take up a whole bunch of hits. That way you're taking up turns to get those tempers off. And there we go. We're seeing that level 2 white there. Forsaken does bring back that White Mage, and looks like Devious is going to go down to Crescent here.
Oh, thank goodness. My heart can't take a level 5 ice dive.
I've done it. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's one of those things you never fully recover from.
I did it. I saw there was a floater at the end of it, and that enticed me to wipe 2 more times on it.
All right, we're going to see if the old men in Crescent Lake have our dreams. Not the shop item. So Devious only about 15 seconds ahead of Forsaken here.
It's level 6 Fade. Oh, Quad X and the black magic there.
Yeah, Quad X only black mage learnable.
And there is the ship coming out of the sages.
Sir Tobalot is a witch. Now, Sir Tobalot, tell me where you think the floater is going to be then. Let's go 2 for 2. There's a correct answer. Ooh, Devious taking a peed fight with Sleepy Time touch. Oh yeah, who's the villain here? Jay Scheidel rolling this seed. That was a long peed battle, but we get rewarded with about 600 experience and, levels are exactly what you need right now.
Oh, cremate. I think on the snakes there.
Gross.
I was waiting to see. I was like, we've not seen anything too nasty in Overworld just yet. Found him.
Oh, I'll bet anything there's more to come. DeviousRNG showing off his bad luck, getting ambushed by fishies.
And Forsaken coming to get the first turn here, doing a little leapfrog over Devious to turn in this herb. And we've got a tail.
That is a dangerous item to get right now. Even though my mood has changed on the fighter, because we have Life 2, we have Cure 4.
Yeah.
You still need to wonder, even with the -1 hit from a black belt, it's still the most powerful character that you can get. Oh, garbage level 3 magic. Oh yeah, let me buy my Fire 2.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely would prefer to see like a mage stick instead of having to use a slot for Fire 2. But there's Expert in level 3 white. So being able to get out of the inner sea, having that tail, knowing what level 2 white is with this fiber, they see Saber, Ice 3, Warp, there's level 4 Warp, and Rock 2. Do you try to fade both Marsh and Ice? Do you check one of the
Inner
two?
Sea, never heard of her. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the let's go turn in the ruby. Let's hit up Ordeals.
All right, let's
turn
see
in the
that
tail.
floater just sitting in Marsh Cave then.
That's you're probably not. No, it's absolutely going to be an ice cave. Like, you can make the argument for going to Marsh Cave at this point. I don't like it because I like to wait until I have the key. Now, the key could absolutely be in Marsh Cave, but I love to check that better trap chest that's just below the incentive. Was there a saber? Was there a saber at level 4? Did I see that?
I think that was, yeah.
Yeah, so getting changing over to a thief is another possibility that we have.
I mean, the thief, I think, definitely had the best role of the Blursings, and Devious is now out of the inner sea.
I think we're going to promote.
That's probably what I would do. I love the plays of just following the items that you have. I mean, I've tried both ways of just clearing sections that you're in while you can, but then there's also a lot to be said for just follow the items you have.
This isn't bad. Also, we have exit on that red mage, so really anywhere we go, with the exception of... oh, I know why Devious is going here. He wants money for level 4 spells. That makes a lot of sense. Ooh, so something that we found on Forsaken's side, we have a silver +5 dagger. That could be our fighter's endgame weapon.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing to scoff at there with it rolling so high. And TNT is what Bahamut's holding on to.
Yes, Devious, yes. Best place in the world, Temple of Ordeals. Sub 12 minutes. You know what, Kylio, before this, oh, there was a dragon +4. Sorry, that's probably our weapon. Before this race, I wanted to show my appreciation for Devious. I wrote him a limerick for when he joins us in the booth. I am absolutely going to read it off to him and embarrass him. So just get ready for that in about, an hour.
All right, sounds good. Excited for that. And Forsaken pulling out the slab, I think that's what I read there, from Marsh. So that's going to feel nice with that ruby to go on and make some checks over there. Ice -2 armor. Even though that rolls down, ice armor is still pretty nice to wear.
That's the only ice that I consider nice.
I thought you were saving the poetry for later. Because you got a little anxious there, huh?
Listen, you don't become the man after midnight without becoming a poet first.
And those were those water pirates there with Scorch. That could be fun.
The sea is just trying to burn us from the inside.
See, that was level 5, heal 3, and I think harm 3. And then we got level 5, Brack, Lock, and Slow 2. That's the best things that I see out of that.
Now, DBS finding a pile of gold. Gets the rod for his troubles.
A lot of people I've noticed in this flag set, they really do like with the several better trap chests and the spike tiles in Earth. I've definitely, it's been one of the more popular dungeons I've seen dove in this flag set.
Yeah, especially I can't rave enough about Ordeals. I don't need to. Everyone knows that I'm a fan. We'll move on. Insert I love Ordeals here. Oh, Odd Eyes with Fire 2. Thank goodness for that ice -2 armor. Man After Midnight takes it to the face, but Link still has 4 health. Forsaken gonna go turn in that ruby. See if that was our salvation.
Okay, and then for Devious here, I think we're also going to do the ruby check while right over here. Looks like it.
So just to recap for everybody, it looks like Forsaken went to Earth, and got the slab, translated the slab. DBS decided instead to go promote, grab the item there, and we also went to Ordeals. So that's the difference right now.
And then Forsaken's gonna go see what is hanging out in Titan's Horde, and then gonna go just walking on down to Sarda, see what's hanging out there. And it's gonna be interesting to see just where things go from here. I would assume now, Forsaken afterwards would go to promote, already being on this side here.
Yeah.
It's a ribbon.
Oh, the incentive ribbon. You really do want to see that at this point. Just all of anything that can happen here, you want a ribbon so that Odd Eyes don't destroy you.
Yeah, and when it comes to ribbons, I don't care what they roll up or they roll down, a ribbon's a ribbon.
Yeah, ribbons are like Big Macs, can't go wrong.
And that is a cube coming out of Sarda, so that's 1/2 of a Skyplay.
Where is our floater at? So Devious still has the TNT to turn in that he got from the Bahamut Trove. Other than that, it's going to be either ice or waterfall or the shop item that's going to host our floater.
Is there another shop, or I guess it would just be the Onrak or the Oasis shop at this point?
Yep, but I suppose it could be at Gaia as well. But that doesn't help us get the floater.
Right.
What I'm expecting, like if this is truly, if Jay Shadell is becoming the new Danny as far as seeds go, then what should happen is that the first better trap tile that Devious goes onto, it's going to have the Excalibur, which no one can use.
And since no one can use it, it's going to be an Excal +5.
Oh, quite naturally.
Not that bad. Pause. Yet. Ellipsis.
Oh my. Devious checking some spike tiles. Strikes gold here.
Yeah, I like the Gershark.
Oh yeah, we've got a black shark, we've got a Thor hammer. A dragon sword. I mean, these Gersharks, you kind of have to pay attention to how much they've rolled. Because if those Gersharks rolled, 600-700, they obviously didn't. This is a delicious grind. 2,200 experience for the 3 party members. This is something you can take all the way to the moon.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see any other reason not to when you're already here. And I think Forsaken is now going to head on their way to go promote and see that TNT behind Bahamut.
So, Frybarger, you could sell it, or you could get Sky Access and throw it out the window because it's just that useless. It's just money. Who needs gold?
Once you're you're past the third of the way, your first third of the way, then you really don't need gold at that point.
Well, plus in Ordeals, Devious found almost 40,000 gold. Oh goodness, Gersharks had mute touch. Didn't even see it. Man After Midnight punches for 43 damage. That's... Black Mage or Black Belt? Can't tell.
He's definitely got weighted robes.
All right, Forsaken Sadness about to get all of the good news that comes up here.
So now, when he gets his TNT, do we come on back, turn that in, see where it leads, or do we do the Ordeals play on this side for Forsaken as well?
Oh, I bet you know my answer.
I know what you want to see.
Listen, that's the only thing that keeps me going through the day, is knowing that somewhere someone's going to be going to Temple of Ordeals and all of their dreams are going to come true. That wasn't meant to be as dark as it sounded, but so apologies. DBS is going to be giving us some chest openings. We're going to finally see some of these better trap treasure chests, which for some reason is just impossible to say. Like, we need an acronym or something so that we don't fumble over those words.
Yeah, I always have to find myself slowing down when I say it as well. Got a Procate -2 there.
The second worst pro cape you're going to find.
All right, they know you're watching, Dead Pulse. Because there we go. Heading up to Ordeals.
Oh, thank goodness. The correct play, even though it's going to give the rod. I mean, that opens what you need, though. Now you don't need to worry about the chime, the Oxiel.
Yeah, you were effectively in orb go mode at that point. 25k
Wow.
just sitting there behind the vampire.
I'm not that shocked.
It looks like Devious took that grind to level 15 for the whole party there.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant because the fighter has once they hit level 15, you can go learn, life 2, you can go learn exit. And then at that point, your fighter can take a grind anywhere and raise up the red mage or just exit right out. I don't think Devious picked up level 4 magic yet, which is fine, but we're not going to have warp, so we're going to have to take the extra steps and walk this back. But I've got a good feeling about these chests, Kylio. I think something huge is going to be here.
Yeah, there you go. There's a ribbon. Right, calling it there. And some dragon armor. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
It's rare that I don't see this northern spot of Earth Cave give out something good.
It's just enough out of the way where you don't want to go, but it is close enough where you have to.
Well, we can't call this a kind seed just yet. We've not seen what Topher's gonna bring yet. That'll be where we really give the final evaluation.
Every time anyone says anything nice about this, I'm just going to scream the 2 words thief weapons.
I mean, we've got a dragon. There are worse swords that you could be holding on to.
That's not like a stunning endorsement. That's
I mean, yes, there are a lot better swords you could be holding on to, but there are still worse ones.
Yeah, that's like you're playing poker and you got a pair of 4s and you're like, oh, there's worse hands.
When you said poker, I always thought you're gonna be like a pair of 6s, but no, you're just like you brought it down to 4s.
Or to be more relevant, if you're a Vikings fan, you're like, I guess it's not our year.
All right, and for a second here, it looks like he's gonna go check Oasis shop for that vendor item. Do you check Waterfall? Well, I mean, probably still check Waterfall because you still need that key and you still need that loot.
Oh, absolutely. Devious finding a white mage behind Lich. Probably not going to pick her up.
No. So,
when was the last time you saw someone temper on Lich?
And it looks like our vendor item is going to be in Gaia. Because I did not see them pick anything up in these 2 shops here. So floater is either here or behind, it's back in the inner sea.
Or back in ice. That would be terrifying. With DBS clearing out his the first orb at about 24:36-ish, takes a 1 orb lead. There's still plenty of game to play. Turn in the TNT, DBS. Someone turn it in.
All right, let's see what we're getting here. A little bit of money. We got a cabin. And it's a hooray dwarf.
I'll tell you what, I've seen on Forsaken side, I've seen that white mage be brought back to life and damned just a ridiculous amount of times.
Yeah, it's definitely not holding up too strong there. We get a bottle out of the TNT, so we're still looking for that floater.
Yeah, DBS making the proximity play. We're going to go down to Marsh. We're going to get the bad news that it was the slab. And then we're going to have to make some tough choices. I think Waterfall is our savior. Ooh, the Agama. You know what Agama is? It's technically a dragon.
Meaning you get the extra damage with the dragon sword?
Yes.
Huh. It's the weirdest looking dragon I've ever seen.
Yeah, look at it. It's got little arms and
It looked like a squishy Agama.
It took 2 hits for about 180 damage, and I think some other. So it's probably got about 430, 440. Yeah, 2 hits, 206. Yeah.
Not often you see a black mage in the front of a party there. Oh, I think he's doing it to get some characters down. Never mind.
Yeah, we're killing people, which is perfect. You want to focus that experience. The problem with this is you don't have exit on that fighter, so you're gonna have to walk this out. That's fine. All right, DVS taking a mage fight. This is actually a delicious experience fight. If we had any better spells than level 2, this would be something to think about. 2,400 experience, level 16 across the board. Well, except Zap, who's level 9.
I think that black mage has been getting the same treatment as the other white mage on the other side.
Just, there's one in every party. I will tell you what. Now, Forsaken, I would like you to talk to the robot.
Talk to the robot. We want to know what's there. All right, so Devious going to go translate that slab. And then either make their way to Waterfall or go to Ice at this point.
Well, here's the problem that DVS is going to be looking at. We still need the key and the loot. Yeah. So there is a slim to none chance, or slim to very slim chance, that this is a floaterless, an acceptable floaterless seed.
Well, I'm not seeing this be a floaterless seed at this point. But no, with the vendor item being in Gaia, more than likely I'm going to assume that is the loot or the key. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the only way that it can work is if the vendor item, whatever the bottle turns into and whatever the slab turns into, are Oxyel, Chime, and Vorpal. So two very different strategies here. We have one who's just doing a pure fighter grind, and the other one who's trying to clear out things as he goes. We're going to see what pays off.
Yeah, he did take that the Gershard grind for a little bit. But I think that, like you said, that was for spell charges. So now you feel a lot more comfortable just walking around, getting things turned in and doing your checks.
The level 7 Black Mage learnable spell, Lit 2. Oh, just terrible. Give me spells somewhere. Have we seen Fast yet?
Do not think we have seen Fast yet.
I don't think we've seen Fast. We haven't seen Nuke.
And we might see what this robot's holding on Devious' side before we do one on Forsaken's, depending on how long it takes to grind.
Yeah, we're level 27. That is pretty darn good.
Now that is going to be a bit of a feels bad because he has still, or no, has he promoted?
Yes.
Okay, then never mind. I was going to say if he hasn't promoted, it is going to feel bad not getting those spell charges. But then I think he promoted. I think I remember him. He picked up the TNT, and I think he had the tail by then. So yeah. Okay, it's a crown from the robot.
Nothing really else in there. An Ice -3 shield is kind of blah. So the real question is, do you think Devious is going to take this Agama the same way that Forsaken did, or are we just out?
I think we're just out, and he's going to be able to get that that crown, exit right on out, and just keep on the trucking.
All right, Forsaken also deciding that about level 30, good enough for me. Cyrannus, ribbons or crutches? Who needs them? Not me. Apparently, Forsaken heard you 9 minutes in the past. Cyranus is now a witch. Can communicate in the past. But it is definitely crown time. We're going to see what the kindly old king of Northwest Castle has for us. Is it the floater? It is the chime. The floater was in Ice Cave all along.
Look at that.
Womp womp. That is one of those moments where you go, darn it. All I would be thinking right now if I were running this is, oh God, I had to exit since the beginning of the game. I didn't go to Ice Cave. If my opponent went to Ice Cave, I don't know if I can come back from this.
Yeah, that's always what's sitting in the back of your mind is, well, I've not done it. What are the chances my opponent did? So now you've got a beeline as quick as you can to that location. And Forsaken brought the other party members up, but has not healed them.
Yeah. Who needs healing? You got life 2 on one of the characters.
All right, now Devious making his way through the river system so we can go pick up that floater, and let's dig out this loot and key.
So keep in mind that we still have a lot of inner sea checks to do. And when I say that, I mean, we have the key, we have the crystal, we have the adamant. Those are all 3 things that we would have to turn in before getting the floater. So we might still have a little bit of a to-do about all this.
That's true. And then when they finally do get that floater, they probably will want to avoid going to Lefane as long as possible before you have to do the long walk down. Best thing though is they can at least make sure they've got their spells topped off.
Oh yeah, plus with all the money we've been finding, look at this. On Forsaken side, we have over 124,000 little gold coins.
Sure
do you know that if they don't actually change that up, like you don't get like a 100,000 coin. It's literally 124,000 coins. Just a little lore for you.
I wonder where they hold it all. Just like
egg holding. Absolutely 100% guaranteed they have it. Where's Woat? Woat knows this. All right, DVS going to be checking some of the chests here. We get a heal helmet. Okie dokie.
All right, so what do you think? While here, do you do a full clear of ice? Just go in and check all those chests?
Yeah, you're still looking for something. Now, we do have all of the tools to get through Temple of Fiends, but you know what would be nicer? Having like a ruse stick. You know what would also be nicer? Having like a power gauntlet.
Or another ribbon.
Yeah, or, well,
I mean, you got 2.
Yeah, you have 2. 2 is twice as many as what's required. Saren is asking if we have a bag holding, why are we limited to 32 pieces of gear? I don't write the rules. I just abide by them.
There's the adamant coming out of ice, and so looks like the hunt for the floater still underway.
So this isn't the worst thing to have happen, but you're still going to have to run across the entire outer sea to go turn to this adamant, which is probably just going to turn into the, then go to the crystal, then go to the key, then go to the floater. How obscure can we make this?
And there's that lovely hoard of 25k the vampire was holding on to.
Yeah, like Forsaken needs it. All right, I had a little doubt in my mind that Devious was going to go do this right away. I thought maybe he'd go over to Volcano just because he was there, but he's going to be back for the floater to turn that in, so
And
might as well do it then.
Forsaken fading those chests in the northern room there in Earth, so I'm going to bypass that second ribbon that was sitting up there.
Ooh.
There's our floater.
Just like I said, it was going to be right there. No extra quests needed. Oh yeah, Cyrenus. Along with eternal happiness, Ordeals provided the rod for our runners. Oh my goodness, Forsaken. Down to 2 characters. We should have life on those characters.
Maybe just choosing to stick with the 2-man strat. And letting that fairy go so we can go south right on here to Gaia and see what we have. Vendor item and bottle turn-in should be for both of these. There is our loot coming out of the Gaia item shop.
There's a loot. Perfect.
There is fast and level 8
Oh no.
black.
Oh no. Okay, so here's the issue. That means we're going to have to take a black mage up to level 25 for 1 cast, a level 26 for 2 casts, level 28 for 3 casts.
It's doable.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can go back to those Gersharks and probably do that. DVS taking a look and seeing if there's a T-Rex up here. We find Tyros, Red Inkleos, and Sadness.
Alrighty, so do we think the Finish have the key, or do you think Matoya's holding onto that key?
50-50. I'll bet it's here though. Loot was in Gaia. Let's just make this whole thing airship. There it is. Key
right,
get.
Your psychic powers are starting to get a little creepy here, man.
All right, and DVS gets to grab everything. Forsaken talking to the Hooray Dwarf not once, but twice. And we're going to go turn in the TNT, get the news that the bottle was here. We do have the crown, so we're going to go turn that in and get the news that it was Chime, and Forsaken is going to figure out, oh no, I should have gone to Ice Cave.
It's such a heart-sinking feeling knowing that, like, because it always feels, it's like a polar opposites thing. It feels so great when you get that validation of, Ice Cave? Who needed Ice Cave? We didn't need to touch Ice Cave. But then later on when you're 40 minutes in and then you're just like, oh no, I needed Ice Cave. There's no in between.
I mean, no one ever needs Ice Cave. Nuke also level 8. Grow.
Level 8 provides? Is that a saying?
Oh my god. So there are 2 spells that you don't want to see at level 8. Or, nah, that's a lie. 3 spells you don't want to see at level 8. We got 2 of them.
I'm guessing your third would be Fade or Life.
Well, no, just Temper.
Temper.
If Fast, Temper, and Nuke rolled at level 8, I would just forfeit. I would forfeit. I'd drive to somewhere warm. I would sit out on the beach drinking a wild cherry Pepsi. I would enjoy the afternoon sun. And that is what I would do.
That makes sense. Devious looking for this overworld grind here, probably just to get at least the one charge in level 8 there.
We reset out of the T-Rex for some reason. Maybe we're trying to adjust where we walk. Sandworms are pretty delicious. 2,000 experience pop. And then we get a T-Rex. So this is not a terrible overworld grind. Like, obviously there's better, but this is very serviceable.
Yeah, and I'm sure you picked up some houses, so you're not going to worry about MP when you're dropping all those tempers. Do have Poison Touch on this T-Rex, though.
That's... I find that funny because the T-Rex is mostly a very chompy creature. And the fact that if you survive a hit, you're poisoned is just like, you know, twisting the knife. But something that I don't remember if T-Rexes are technically dragons or not. I don't remember.
This would be an amazing moment if this just happened to be some piece of information that I have, but alas, this is not one of those moments. So I don't know.
That's what you should have been doing 2 hours before this. Literally learn every fact possible for when for this moment. It was the softball to you, Kylio.
Oh man. Struck out.
It's fine. I'll bet Saracen's out there. He's going to give me a report on it soon.
All right, Forsaken now, making that journey on over.
Zap, the best American gladiator on Devious' side, definitely gets taken out 3 times her health with a chomp from a T-Rex. Uh-oh, Link is next. We're offering up sacrifices so that we can grind this fighter up. I really do like the play. I'm glad that both Devious and Forsaken realized, hey, like, this fighter has life. This fighter has Cure 4. Let's get more levels on it, because even though we're swinging stupid weapons, it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, and the longer that Link does stay up, and that just it's going to be higher levels, higher HP, thresholds going into Topher, which always feel nice, especially when especially in surviving nukes coming your way.
Oh yeah. Oh, so thanks, Fry Barger and Saracen with the confirming that the T-Rexes are dragons. I thought there was something that was like really weird, like something that should be a dragon wasn't a dragon. And I thought that was T-Rexes, but I'm probably wrong. I know Ankylos are dragons. And then, yeah, bringing up the fun fact that imps are technically giants. So if you ever have a thick imp, equip that giant -1 sword and swing away. You'll do extra damage.
I'm sure it'll be worth the XP.
Be like, nope, hold on, fam. Got to dig out my giant sword.
Alrighty, now we're down to just the 2 fighters on Devious' side, so I'm probably going to keep those down for now so that we can get those levels up, and then probably just burn through Sky while you're here.
Burning through Sky here is kind of a risky play. When I say that, I mean there's only one better trap treasure in Sky, while there are more treasure chests. But if you were to go to, say, Volcano, that's going to have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
That's true. So then you have to think you had to get the floater late. You are, 46 minutes in. Do you do the proximity play, or do you take a little bit of extra time to check the extra chests in Volcano? I mean, that's probably something that you got to weigh the options on, which probably doing while doing this grind.
That's true. But at the same time, we do have a dragon sword. And you know who lives at the top of friggin' sky? A dragon.
That's true too. That helps a lot with getting that orb knocked out because he is definitely in go mode.
So DVS doing the 2-man to take this black mage up, probably to at least level 28. We know that we have 2 spell charges. 1 more level gets us that 3rd spell charge of fast, and that should be all we need.
Yeah, because you're not going to be using that fast in Lich or Lich 2, Carry 2. It's not until about Kraken 2 that you definitely wanted to start taking precautions.
Well, here's the problem. That dragon sword is not going to do anything versus carry. Like, if you don't fast up the dragon sword, you're going to get like 4 hits for 52 damage. And you're like, all right, it's no problem. I will cast another spell that will do damage. Where? Nuke is level 8. You got Ice 3, but that's going to do 60 damage on average. You're going to be sitting there for 15 turns trying to kill her. I'd love 4 charges.
Come on, Saberwonk. Which we still haven't seen Toflocked, which is always something I love to check.
Never punished.
And then we have those validation chests, which a Saberwonk has been placed in there before. So, you know, we'll see where it ends up. Forsaken now headed to turn in that adamant to get that floater to get up into the air, and now Devious is gonna do the volcano play.
Yeah, this is probably the correct, like the. It's the this doesn't feel good, but I'm gonna do it anyways play. If that makes sense.
If he had more gear, then definitely would just burn through Sky. But because you are still trying to dig out some gear, then 100% this is the better play.
It's a little bit of the fear of missing out, because everyone goes to Volcano. And the reason everyone goes to Volcano is because everyone goes to Volcano. So if you miss out on items here, it is your own fault. So if there's a power gauntlet sitting in Armory, and you don't go here, you have lost the race.
Yeah, even people that don't full clear Volcano, they've at least cleared Carry's Armory. That's usually something that most people do end up just dropping into check.
Now, Devious didn't check it. Maybe on the way back. Or maybe he just says, you know what? I have my fast charges. I'm feeling fine.
Yeah, that's true, because it looks like we'll see if there'll be any other further checks along the way. But nope, we're just going.
Well, right now you're at the 50-minute mark, and you're sort of in go mode. You've done your grind. You last location the floater, and I mean hard last locationed it.
Yeah, because it wasn't even in ice. It was just the key item from ice to get to it.
Yeah. But at this point, we're getting kind of a little bit of a convergence, because Devious is about to clear his second orb. And for this flag set, just in case everyone's not familiar, you only need the 2 orbs to go in. Any 2 orbs, you're good to go into Topher once you have the loot and the key. So Forsaken Sadness has already done his grind. And now he just needs to turn in like 2 more things and head into a dungeon. So even though Forsaken didn't find the floater for another, it was about 8 minutes there, we're within 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close between the two. One of the big, because I think gear-wise, they're pretty much about the same. The major difference between the two was that extra ribbon over on Devious' side.
Mm-hmm. Can't forget about that extra ribbon. DeviousRNG, 50 minutes, 47 seconds. We have our orblet. We're not even going to Armory. Are we going to check Toph Locked for those delicious, delicious chests? Please say yes. If I don't know what they are, I'm not going to be able to sleep all night.
There we go. 10 minutes ago, they heard you. It's a Flame +5 sword. Looks pretty.
Oh, that's yeah, absolutely. Put that on. Put that on. That'll be nice against Lich.
I forgot the red wizard could put that on. And a third ribbon. Let's go. Let's go Saberbonk in the validation chest. Let's just get. Hope, maybe
That's what it's gonna have to be.
That's gonna make this Topher feel 75% better. But 25% that you're missing is still the fact that you're still only swinging a thief sword.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough and tumble Topher, but you know, with a little bit of luck and a man after midnight cheering for him, DVS enters Temple of Fiends 5203. We're going to get our first look at 2,000 years in the past. See if we can stop this time loop. Oh, by the way, behind Carrie, if you did not see, it was a black mage.
Yeah, nothing too special there. We got a little bit of gold here. Validation chest being checked. I love it. It's just gold.
Yeah, that's a funny symbol for the power gauntlet. But everything is fine. We have 3 casts of fast. We have several casts of temper. I don't know what we have for any defensive items, but we have Cure 4 on the knight, and that knight is geared to the 9s. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, now we have Forsaken here. We're going to check for more gear here. We're going to go right for. All right, looks like we're just go get that orb, get into Topher. So we'll see if he ends up fading on this other ribbon again. Be interesting to see. Now we have Lich 2. Hold your breath.
Our Fire 2 time. Listen, you go to Topher with the spells that you got.
That's true.
And I don't think Kylio, that was a slow 2. Slow 2 from Lich. We absolutely wanted to see that.
That because if I'm correct there, they all share the same skill pool. So what you see on one, you won't see on the other, right?
Yeah. So for slow 2, there's only one cast of it. So that means only one of the Fiends and War Mech can have it. Same thing with Cure 4. Now, nukes, there are, 4 nukes in the pool and 4 nuclears or something like that. All right, this is what I'm concerned about. So we have dual carry fights, one being level 1, one being, the X2 form. I was thinking Devious is going to temper his way through this, but all right, we're doing a little mixture. Oh God, Quad X comes out. The point is, there's a lot of nukes and nuclears out there. We want to avoid all of them.
$163 damage coming out from that fighter. Three hits, 220, and there we go. Carry 2 is down, and carry 1 is down. We have simultaneous carries going down, just different versions.
So, Kylio, this is where I get scared. We've seen a couple of inks come out. We haven't seen anything too scary so far, but besides that slow 2. This is where I get really nervous. Oh my!
Getting a Vorpal +5 from Matoya, which that was not checked on Devious.
No. You can only be used by the ninja and the red wizard. However, it can be used by the red wizard. All right, we got a fast, a temper, and a temper. We're getting, okay, 224 damage. That's not terrible. 8 hits, 498 from Devious. I think it's time for a little Ice 3 and Fade. We're going to try to speed and power this guy down. Oh, I think we got turn order.
We got it. Carry 2 down. Not carry. Kraken.
Kraken. The fish monster. And right, we have a Sword of Dragon.
We go fast. We get Tempers. Here comes the Bane. That's going to knock down the 1 of the 4. Hey, where's that ribbon at equipped? Found it. And Oxio coming out of Corneria locked.
And the defense sword was there. Oh my goodness. All right. DVS probably 1 swing away from killing this Tiamat. Tia 2 goes down, 8 hits, 689. We are on to Chaos. Forsaken just finishing up, doing his thing. Heading into Topher right now. So if Devious wipes here, Forsaken's going to be in the lead, but this game is Devious's to lose. We don't know what Chaos has.
And something in the back of Forsaken's mind saying, you know, maybe I should go back and check these chests, so we'll be rewarded with that second ribbon on his side.
I'm not saying, like, 1 ribbon would be enough for this, but that first turn Bane, oh man. All right. We are doing Temper, Fast, Fight, and Invis. Chaos punches Zap, but only for 144 damage. That Zap barely has any... Oh my god, the Dragon Sword did 5 hits for 5 damage, Kyleo.
This is fine. This is fine.
This is not fine.
Lock 2, the Lock 2 does hit, so that is going to make things a little bit easier hitting wise. That first Black Mage does go down. All right, we need a little bit more power coming out of this Dragon Sword here. 297, that's better.
We had a little bit of a miss menu, but that's fine. Keep on keeping on.
You mean throw the dead Black Wizard at Chaos is in the strap?
Okay, just keep tempering. We're gonna feel fine. We're gonna cure 4. All right, so that fighter only took 38 damage. Big old swing, 7 hits, 499.
Whew, just surviving there. 991. We are getting the damage out, I think.
Oh, this has got to be close. Man After Midnight goes down, but the swing from Fizzle, 8 hits, 1231. Down goes Chaos. Oh my goodness. DVS official racetime.gg town time 59:38. Get your GGs in chat for DVS. What a well-run race.
That was a really good Topher, and definitely a really good race from both runners thus far.
Let's see, and it looks like Forsaken opting to forfeit.
Okay.
So we're going to set that up. Let's give some GGs into chat for Forsaken. That was a very well-run seed on his part. He just some of the routing was a little bit different. DVS got a little luckier with the routing, and good races all around. We are now joined in the booth by one DeviousRNG. How you doing?
Hanging. I'm hanging. I told Jay Scheidel before this run that he's not allowed to roll seeds for me anymore. Verified. So, yeah, that was something.
First of all, GG. Second of all, have you ever had a Dragon Sword work so hard in your life?
Yeah, I've had some interesting runs with different weapons. There was a co-op match where I did Cat Claws for the win. So that, it's funny because Dragon, of all of the swords I could have gotten, Dragon Sword was actually the one that I wanted. because it has, I'm pretty sure, a higher crit rate than the other base swords. And since I was going to try to fast anyway, it's still a crappy sword, but those couple extra crits can come in handy. So it did work.
Oh, absolutely. So, Devious, I wrote a limerick for you.
Oh, yay. I'm excited.
And I wanted to read that out. And I know everyone out on Speed Gaming has been craving this because I mentioned it early. Okay. Let me get my notes. There once was a man named Devious, whose luck could be quite mischievous. He plays many a game, deserving of fame. He's lit like the fire of Prometheus. If you want to hear more limericks about DVS, you can go to Amazon. 101 Reasons Why I Love DVS by Deadpulse, The Man After Midnight.
Oh god, I felt bad for Zap at the beginning. By the way,
you just seized life.
I did. I was like, you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All is okay.
Oh my! So we're also joining the booth by Forsaken. GG's. That was a rough one for both of you. I'll tell you what.
Oh, that was. I'm gonna have nightmares about this seed for the next couple weeks.
Now, I just want you both to know, you both last location the floater.
At least I don't feel alone.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little after in the race room, but we were both of the position of like, okay, we have Ice Cave and we have other things. Other things sound like a good idea, but
yeah, they
nevertheless. So
that waterfall cave, I walked into there and I was like, I got exit, we'll be fine. First fight, they killed the white mage, and I was like, well, I don't have exit anymore, I'll be fine. And then got to the end and found the Agama tile, and I was like, well, I'm grinding until I can walk out of here alive.
And you did.
Yeah.
So the real question that I have is, so Devious, walk me through what you were thinking when you saw fast at level 8 and your strategy for getting fast charges.
Yeah. So I was telling Forsaken earlier that actually in the first 5 minutes I kind of regretted not bringing the thief because it had that plus 20 strength buff.
Hold on, just the first 5 minutes, not the hour.
I mean, like, yes, most of the hour going like, hey, you got a thief in there for me? No. But like, as soon as I saw the black shirt plus 5, it was like, oh, great. Like, the thief could have equipped that. The plus 20 strength would have been great. I didn't pick up the Vorpal plus 5, but putting that on top of a ninja with that kind of buff would have been, like, it would have really kind of brought down the stress of Topher. But knowing that, like, I had strong defense, but I had no ruse item, I had no bonk, and I wasn't confident how the Dragon Sword was going to pull out. So I wanted to make sure I had fast casts, and it was a matter of I need to get one of my black mages to a point where it can cast fast. And once I found that upper left desert grind, it was, okay, keep taking that until I have 2 or 3 fast casts. And then realizing I was getting close to, like, I had 4 hits, I think, on the fighter. Wasn't sure if I was going to get to 5. But once I hit that, like, okay, I have 3 or 4 fast casts. If I run into trouble, I at least have that. And then I was just going to speed and power. And fortunately, Kraken was swinging wet noodles, and Chaos didn't get his nuke off, so it ended up not being too much of a problem.
Well, listen, you've done a bully job. GG's. Over to Forsaken. So What was your thought with so you see the Agama tile, you masterfully killed off your characters, and you just took that to the moon. Was that a plan going in, or was that like an opportunity thing?
It was entirely an opportunity thing. I mean, I figured once the white mage died on our own that I pretty much was screwed. And then I was like, well, I can just rearrange these a little bit and see what happens. And I was like, okay. And then I just rode with it.
And see, I love that because what I was doing there, I was giving you the option to be like, oh yeah, knew the Agama was there whole time, knew that was what I was doing.
Oh yeah, no. That was all pure luck and praying.
Yeah, here at Final Fantasy Randomizer, we all are 100% calculated. That's exactly how this goes.
No luck involved.
I did have a question for the both of you, because I did notice that when you guys did your volcano dives, you just dove straight in, not opening any other boxes. And I think before you guys went there, you were in the proximity of Sky. What was the decision making between taking the little bit of extra, airspace to volcano, or with proximity, just running up Sky there?
Yeah, I was gonna check. Like the initial encounter off the hard reset took a while, but it was 3 quick. So I decided I was gonna check the 4 corners to see if there was anything in the desert. I was hoping for encounter 1 to be good in one of the corners. I guess there was steak and wings in the top right, and then 2 was sandwiches, and 3 was the T-Rex. So when I found that, it was like, okay, I'm gonna grind. But if I didn't find something, I was actually gonna clear Sky and take levels on the way up, because I had that Dragon Sword +4 and was gonna just take out T as my last picking up levels on the way. But with the grind, I didn't have to, so I decided to bail and just do the volcano.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. Was I could have hit Sky, but I was like, I want to hit something I know I can run through quickly. I can minimize my encounters. I can just try and get through it, because I was like, oh, I'm in go mode. I have everything I need. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a key. I don't have a loot. What is going on with me today? So once I started getting the last couple items, I was like, nope, I need to focus. I have a high enough level member. And then when I got to Topher and I realized 2 of my party members only had 170 health, I was like, I may need to do a little grind. Just a little one to boost them up high enough that they don't die instantly. So.
Well, oh my, that was I'm out of questions. Calio, anything else for our runners?
Nope, that's all I got here. I mean, other than honestly just a couple of different grind divergences and some routing. I think this was still definitely a close race.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. It was a fun one to watch. I hope everyone out there enjoyed it. I'm going to throw it to the runners to give final thoughts. Then I'm going to say my goodbye. Throw it to Calio to send us off. So first, DVS, our winner. Both racers ending pod rounds 2 and 1. GG's to both of you. But DVS, let's hear what you got.
Yeah, I just thank you to you and Calio for Common, and I don't know who was tracking, but
oh, that was all me.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Pulling double duty.
Yeah, I mean GG's to Forsaken. That was definitely I wrote in the chat this is the worst possible blessings for all of the characters, because you had a knight that turned into a thief that couldn't run, a red mage who couldn't warp, a white mage who couldn't cast, and a black mage who was jacked but couldn't wear a pro ring, and a black belt who couldn't swing. I don't know if you guys got that, but he had -1 hit percent per level. So, considering
Hold
all
on.
of considering
all
of that, yeah.
I did say you can pick any flags you want, and you said, nah, let's do vanilla.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Who would have thought vanilla would have been harder than any nonsense I could think of? But yeah, in considering that, just the fact that it was a solid race in the midst of starting off the seed with crap flursings and garbage magic. It's not an easy one to go into. So GG's to Forsaken, because that's not an easy one.
And Forsaken, your final thoughts on this, and of course, the whole pod experience so far.
As a duckling, this has probably been one of my favorite pod things so far we've done. Like, I am immensely enjoying this winter tournament. Devious, I'm so thankful you didn't pay attention to see what my red mage was named.
No, I saw. That's
Okay.
Keeping it to myself.
I want to thank Fizzle and Danny and all of those guys that put this together. This has been a blast. I didn't think I was going to get this far into it and be doing well, so I'm definitely shocked and happy. Thank you guys for both, tracking, restreaming, and calming it. I mean, I know we've been swamped with the amount of races we have, but it still means a lot. And Devious, thank you. You ran one hell of a race.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, another GG's to our runners. Both 2-1 after this pod round. Going to be entering brackets at a pretty high seed. We're going to see how well they do. I wish you both luck. So what else we got? If you haven't yet, you should probably join the Discord. Why? Because that's where you're going to find when all the races are. Now, let me tell you what, we're going to have best of 3 for those bracket rounds that are coming up next week. That means we have over, 100 races that are going to be happening next week. And if you want to stay up to date on them, you best join the Discord, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. You can find a link there. We can do our little thing in here to make that appear. I'll let someone smarter than me do that. I, of course, am Dead Pulse, the man after midnight. Thank you, Calio, for joining me. It was a blast to hang out with you. We had some laughs. We learned some things. I hope we get to do this again. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for the channel. And I'm going to send it over to Calio for your send-off.
Same sentiments here on my side. This has been so much fun. Being new to the comms team, being able to commentate alongside a bunch of great people. And seeing some really great runs. I look forward to seeing how these brackets roll out. Thank you again, everybody, for participating. Like Deadpool said, if you've not checked out FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, do it. What are you doing? Why are you waiting? Just go now. And we will see you all out there with the numerous of races that are yet to come. Thank you all, and have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever time it is in your area and your part of the world. And we will see you all out there.